Welcome to Speedheat's step-by-step guide to installing a contactor for your underfloor heating. In this video, we will show you our contactors, why you may need to use one, and finally how to install them correctly. Please note that this work must be completed by a qualified electrician, and they need to ensure that they are meeting all regulations and standards for their state or territory. This video is provide an overview on how it might be done. Let's get started. Firstly, do you need a contactor? Our thermostats have a maximum draw of 16 amps. So if you're installing a single heater or even up to 2 heaters on one thermostat, it is unlikely that you'll need a contactor, as even our biggest heater only draws just over 7 amps. If you have a large area that you want to operate on one thermostat, then you will likely need to have a contactor installed to operate with that thermostat. Your contactor will split the total load so that the thermostat is able to operate at its best range, and the heaters are able to get all of the current that they need to operate. You will be able to identify which rooms need a contactor by the plans that have been provided. They show the total amperage required to operate the heaters in that room. We recommend that a contactor should be used for any total amperage over 15 amps. If you don't have plans, you'll need to test the heaters to determine the total amperage for the thermostat. The heaters also have stickers on them to provide information on what size they are. A good rule of thumb is once you get to 2 large heaters, approximately 20 square meters, on one thermostat, you will likely need to use a contactor. Our solid-state contactors have a max load of 20 amps. So with the 16 amps of the thermostat, you can operate up to 36 amps of heaters through this setup. If you are running a large space of underfloor heating with loads greater than 36 amps, you may need a switchboard contactor, or you can use more of our contactors on additional circuits. It would be best to speak to one of our technical team if this is your situation to work out what is best. Let's have a look at the wiring diagram so you can get a picture of the setup. This wiring diagram is for 2 heaters. You can see the thermostat, the contactor, the heaters and the floor sensor. Our contactors do not have polarity. Now you know when to use a contactor and how they should be wired. Let's fit one off step by step. Our contactors come with a contactor and 2 trigger wires. You will also need a thermostat, floor probe, link wires that match the gauge of the feed, connectors, the heater cold tails and the feed wire. You will also of course need your screwdriver and wire strippers. Please note that we're doing this in our office and not on site. Your feed wire, heater cables and floor sensor will all be in the wall at your designated thermostat location. We will be fitting off 4 heaters to the contactor and thermostat today. Our heaters have 2 cold tails per heater that connect to the heating elements. You need to identify the heaters that you will be fitting off to the thermostat and the contactor. You will want to balance the number of heaters between the thermostat and the contactor so that each of them does not exceed their max limits. For example, no more than 16 amps to the thermostat and no more than 20 amps to the contactor, with the larger draw on the contactor side. Once you've decided on the split, you can now start connecting them up. Firstly, we're going to connect the heaters that are going directly into the thermostat. Take the actives from the 2 heaters and join them together along with the trigger wire from the contactor. Then take the 2 neutrals of those heaters and join them with the neutral trigger wire from the contactor. Once they are connected, install these cables into the load side heater terminals in the thermostat. It is also a good time to make sure they are pairs and belong to the same heaters. Now take the contactor and insert the 2 trigger wires. There is no polarity, so you can install them any way you like. Next, take one leg of the contactor and join it together with the connector, the link wire and the active from the feed wire. Then insert the link wire into the line side terminal of the thermostat. Now you will take the other heaters that are not yet connected. Join the actives from those heaters with one leg of the contactor with a connector. Next, join the neutrals of the heaters with the feed neutral and a neutral link wire with a connector. Insert the neutral link wire into the terminal on the line side of the thermostat. Finally, join all earths together from the heaters and connect with the earth from the feed wire. Complete the join with a connector. Now you have connected the contactor, you can connect up the floor sensor to the thermostat. There is no polarity for the floor sensor. Complete your final checks to ensure the power flows from the thermostat to the contactor and then to the heaters that are on the contactor. Neutral returns bypass the thermostat and connect directly to the heaters. Trigger wires allow the thermostat to control the contactor. That's it. You've successfully added multiple heaters to a single thermostat while staying within its 16 amp limit. Thank you for choosing Speedheat. If you need any more information or support with this process, please contact us or visit speedheat.com.au.